Welcome back to another episode of Seduce Me. I can't wait to find out what happens today. Come along and play with me. I quickly turned and ran up the stairs to my room, slamming the door behind me. My breath came in short pants for a while, and I just leaned against the door to my bedroom, eventually sliding down to sit against it. How did things become like this? My cheek still throbbed, and I tentatively stood up in the mirror to see how it looked. Hopefully it doesn't bruise. Wait, what am I saying? Tears formed in the corners of my eyes, and I blinked them back rapidly. I couldn't cry for the second time today. I had to be stronger.
Are you all right? Your father told me nothing happened, but you know your father.
I'm fine. I just lost my appetite.
The lasagna's done, though. And I don't want you skipping any meals. Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry about me, Mom. I'll come down later to eat.
You're not telling me the whole story.
I just don't want to eat right now.
Please, dear. Tell me what's going on. I wish you would tell me why you're being like this.
I wanted to tell her. Part of me was screaming to tell her what Dad had done. At the same time, I knew she couldn't fix anything. And besides, I was moving out regardless. I remained silent, leaving the event remain in the past.
Well, I'll leave your food on the table if you want to eat it later.
Finally, my mom left me alone. It was strange to think that she was only a few inches away from me, only separated by a single wooden door. I didn't really know what to do. I just needed to do something, anything, to get my mind off of what just happened. Anything would be better than thinking about the pain still radiating from my cheek. If I was going to move into my grandfather's house tomorrow, I should probably pack my stuff so I'd be prepared. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should start packing. I opened my closet, rummaged around for a while before I found 2 large bags, pulling them out onto the floor of my room. Then began to empty my drawers and cabinets so I can bring all my things with me. I didn't have much to bring other than my clothes and some toiletries. It's kind of bizarre. I didn't have many personal belongings. It wasn't like my luggage was completely devoid of them. I just certainly didn't have many things in my room I would miss if I suddenly left the house. I shook my head to get rid of the thoughts. If it was going to be my new home, it'd have to feel like it, one way or another. It's going to have to make it home. Just as I was packing my things, my cell phone began ringing and vibrating in my pocket. I slid my phone out of my pocket and answered it while slowly easing myself onto the bed. Who could possibly be calling?
Hey Anderson, you there? Is everything alright? We were worried about you, so we decided to call. Hello?
I'm really glad you guys called. My voice managed to come out, even though it was just a whisper.
What happened? Are you okay?
Well, I slowly began to tell them about the funeral that afternoon. A small silence followed them when I was done recounting what happened, and to my relief, Naomi was the first to speak up.
I can't begin to imagine how you must be feeling right now. I'm so sorry. Do you want us to come over right now?
No, it's okay. My dad's just not in a good mood, so we can just keep talking on the phone like this?
Of course! We'd stay on the phone until the crack of dawn. Right, Suzu? Yeah. We're always here if you need us. After all, we wouldn't be the awesome triple threat trio without you, right?
Yeah.
Triple threat trio? That sounds like the name of a gang. Yeah, I mean, we're all taking on the world together. We've got to sound somewhat scary, or else no one's going to take us seriously. What's with you and naming things? You've got to step up your game, Naomi. Falling behind is a cool kids like Anderson and me. Tisk tisk. Hey! I'm a cool kid! If anything, I'd say you'd have to step up your game.
We chatted cheerfully about all sorts of things. Very soon I'd forgotten about the event of the day that we were engaged in. And we were engaged in a conversation about Naomi's favorite TV show, some program called Herlock. We all agreed that the actor playing the tentacular character certainly had a very distinct look about him, with that long overcoat and scarf wrapped around his neck. We have many disagreements about who we thought was the coolest character. Yeah, he has really high cheekbones, and his eyes are just pretty. Although I do have to say I have to prefer Jackson. And just as a bonus, his actor is just so sassy. I looked at the clock hanging on the wall and realized how late it was. Oh my gosh, it's 1 a.m.? Oh, sorry for keeping you guys up so late. I think I have to hit the hay for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Kiss, kiss. I should probably shower and go to bed. I can't believe I stayed up this late just to talk to my friends. But it was really nice. Well, to the bathroom I go. Took a relaxing shower. Nothing beats hot water and the feeling of being clean. And after drying myself, I promptly dressed into my pajamas and crawled into bed. A nice shower after a long day. I'm so glad to finally be in bed. It had been a really long day. I knew I was wishing for something to change back in class, but I certainly wasn't expecting any of the things that happened today. And I have to go back to school tomorrow. Ugh. I curled up on my side and tightly wrapped the blankets around me. I really wasn't in the mood to be returning to school, but my dad probably would make me go just for the sake of it. It's time to go to sleep. I reached out to the lamp on my nightstand and turned off the light. However, my mind was so lost in the passing of my grandfather and the thought of inheriting something so big, it haunted my mind the entire night, until the next morning. I shook my head trying to clear the sleepiness out, with no avail. I really didn't get any sleep last night. Is it already time to wake up? Wait! School! As soon as I realized I had to go to school, I slid out of bed and looked at the vanity mirror. Oh, that's a relief. Luckily, there was barely a bruise on my cheek, and you had to squint to actually see it. I doubt anyone would actually notice unless they leaned in pretty close. Breathing out a sigh, I got dressed, took my backpack, and caught the bus to go to school. It wasn't even hours before anyone had heard the news. I was approached in school and was given condolences on my loss. However, that wasn't what shocked my friends.
Wait, so you have the whole Anderson house to yourself? Lucky as hell, man! Quit being so sensitive, Naomi.
Quit being so vulgar, Suzu. Of course you would side with her.
Huh! See? At least she knows how to have fun.
I know how to have fun. You don't need to be wild to have fun.
Guys, I'm gonna go there after school today because my parents want me to get used to living there.
Seriously? It hasn't even been a day since you came back to school.
I know, but my parents want me to try out living there as soon as possible.
Still, that's really fast. Are you going to be okay?
Of course. But even in the comfort of my best friends, life seemed to keep testing me. Oof!
Hey! Don't go around shoving people like that.
Whoops. Did I strike a nerve, Capini?
She let out a small laugh as she twirled her hair around her finger. Lisette, one of the last people I wanted to see today.
It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Oh, Anderson. Hey, how's it going?
I'm alright.
Haven't you already heard, Lisette?
Of what?
Her grandfather's passing.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I don't really watch a lot of news.
It doesn't really sound like you mean it.
I do mean it. Earnestly. Why wouldn't I?
Typical Capini. Isn't her family involved with the mafia or something? I wouldn't be surprised if she brought out a bat from behind her back right this moment.
I had nearly forgotten the crowd that had followed Lisette, which was mostly comprised of people that no one wanted to see on a typical school day. No one had the slightest idea to why they followed Lisette around persistently, but they labeled themselves as social equals with her.
That is out of line. Suzu comes from an honest family.
Says the one whose family profits from political scandals.
Yeah, your dad doesn't make anything unless he's in the court with dirty politicians.
Hey, let's all calm down for a second, alright? I'm sure Anderson needs some time to recuperate. I mean, what just happened? We need to give her some respect.
Just stop. Stop acting like that already. Like you feel sorry for me.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're happy seeing me like this. You've already have everything you've wanted. And now seeing me like this, life couldn't get any better. Bitterness swept me, and the words started flying out of my mouth without a filter. But honestly, I didn't care. I was so consumed by anger that I only saw Lizette in front of me. What exactly am I to you? Just another part of your obstacle course? Is that what I am? I'm sick of it, Lizette. I'm sick of all these charades. I'm sick of you. Gasps rose from the crowds around her, and I was brought back to the school hallway. Even my friends beside me looked at me in surprise. One girl looked like she was going to speak up, but Lizette held her hand up to stop her. There was emotion in her face. I couldn't quite make it out, but I could see a form of pity in her eyes. No, don't you dare pity me. I looked away from her. I didn't want to see that emotion in her eyes when she was talking to me. She didn't have the right to look at me that way.
I'm sorry. I know your grandfather passing away must have really taken a toll on your emotions.
She stepped towards me and put her hand on my shoulder, giving me the tiny smile, as if for old time's sake. But for some reason, I didn't feel confident at all. Not that I just was angry at her, but the expression on her face when she leaned in close to me contorted into something complex. Something different about her. I couldn't quite place my finger on it, but something about her had definitely changed.
Well, I'll be going for now. Track meet responsibilities and all of that stuff. See you later.
Something about Lizette made me feel very uncomfortable. I wasn't just angry, but also uneasy. What was it? Like I had never seen her like that before. But I decided to pay no further attention to it. She continued running down the hallway with her gaggle of friends behind her. I refocused my attention to Miss Phillips, who was walking down the hall towards me.
Is everything all right, girls?
Nothing we couldn't handle, Mrs. P. Just a bunch of snobs.
Suzu, hush! It was nothing, Mrs. Phillips.
I see. Well, Miss Anderson, please accept my condolences for your loss.
Thank you,
Your
Phillips.
grandfather was a good man. He really upheld the philanthropy of his company's policies, and the money that went towards charity, too.
I know. He's amazing. I really looked up to him, and I want to be as good as he was.
Well, I know that you'll be as great as your grandfather.
Hell yeah, she will. She'll be 10 times better than her grandfather.
Would I? Would I really be better than my grandfather? Everyone seemed to have high expectations for me, and I wanted to do my best to make the family proud. But to be better than my grandfather? I wasn't so sure about that. From outside the school window, I saw a familiar blue car pull up to the curb. Undoubtedly, that was my father in the driver's seat. Oh, my ride's here. Well, I guess I'll see you both tomorrow.
Want us to come with you?
Oh, no, it's okay. I'll be fine. Wow. Today's episode was crazy. Who would have thought that would have happened to us? Make sure you join us tomorrow. We have a lot more fun planned.